Hello, this is Marketing Assistant Rachel here with your Tech Tuesday. For today's Tech Tuesday, we are going to have a fireside chat with our senior technician, Steve. Steve, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty well. It's been a pretty busy season.
Good to hear. Well, Steve, we are about 25 days away from Christmas. So we just wanted to talk to you today and get your input on what some of the hot tech is going to be this holiday season.
Oh boy, there's some hot tech, super hot tech. Although a lot of it's a lot like last year. So we have 4 categories we're going to talk about. We have the kids, we have the teens, we have the moms and the dads. And I think the teens is probably the one that's changed the most, but we'll get to that. So we'll start with kids. This year, kids are probably best to get the Kindle Fire HD Kids version tablet. It's the 10th generation. They've had a lot of generations of this tablet. It started off as maybe kind of a novelty idea, but it's definitely caught on. And the tablet has a protective casing around it, built in, and various colors. I think I saw it in blue when I was looking at it, but they probably have a different color as well. I think commonly they do like a blue and a green.
Yeah, give some variety.
Yeah, and it has a kickstand on the case, so the tablet will stand up. And then it has the parental controls built in. It has a parental controls dashboard, actually, where you can log into the tablet as a parent, and then you can limit the apps themselves. So you don't have to give them access to Netflix if you don't want to, or you can limit their time on games and things like that. So a lot of controls in there, and I feel like they've really refined those controls over the years.
Yeah, which is great for
and 12 hours of battery life.
Oh, even better, keep them entertained longer, you know?
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
So moving on to teens, what are you seeing for teens this season?
For teens, it's really all about cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
Cell phones,
Yeah.
right? Most teens are getting their first cell phone. But this year, kind of different just because they have such great phones to pick from. So the 2 phones that I selected for the teens this year is going to be the iPhone 8 or 8 Plus, depending on the size of the screen that they might like. I think a lot of kids would do a lot of teens would do the 8 Plus just because it's a bigger screen. But the iPhone SE, if you can get your hands on a second generation iPhone SE, the 2020 version, that is just like the iPhone 8, but it comes with basically like an iPhone 11 processor and other high-end features that the iPhone 8 didn't have at the time.
Yeah. Now, I mean, thinking in the mind of a teen, pictures are important. You gotta snap every moment, every selfie. So what about the cameras on these 2 phones? How are those looking?
Yeah, so those Snapchats can remain on fleek with the iPhone SE camera. They'll have True Depth, which is one of the things that it's actually a technology feature, a software feature for the cameras that allows them to get that crisp, clear image and basically 3D depth.
Very important for the pictures.
Yeah, those Snapchats.
All right, now moving on to moms.
So moms, I picked out the FitTrack scale. It's a biometric scale. It tracks over 17 biometrics.
Wow.
And it has an app for your phone. So like when you stand on it, it says, this is what their tagline is, that you can basically see the inside of your body with the scale. So you can see what's like going on. Like, I think they had like muscle mass and obviously your BMI, your body mass index, and like 15 other things too that you could see. It was a lot.
Yeah, very interesting. And
yeah.
What is about the price range of those scales?
Well, so I try to pick gifts that are less than $100 for most people. I know that the SE 2020 had a price point of $400, and it's probably close to, I don't know, you could probably find them for $300 or $350 or something like that right now on the market. So that's a little bit of a higher end hit, but I think your 8 and 8 Plus might be a little tad cheaper just because they're a little older of a phone. Mm-hmm. But the scale, the FitTrack, is $80. So I felt like that was a really good like value offer because it's not that expensive. It's less than $100, and if you have somebody like a mom who is like health conscious and she's like, you know, one of those, I don't know, she doesn't have to be a health nut, I guess, but if she's interested in that sort of an item, then it would be a good buy.
Sounds like it, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and last but certainly not
least,
dads.
I saved the the best one for last. So this is the Harmony Elite remote with the Harmony Hub.
Oh, what is that?
The Harmony Hub has an infrared receiver that speaks through Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and infrared itself, and basically makes it so that your receivers will talk through it. So you can like hide your receivers away, and then you just have this Harmony Hub, which is, I mean, it's pretty small, maybe like a 5x5, and it works with the remote so that your receivers don't have to be within visible, like eye line of sight. They don't have to be within line of sight for the remote to work.
So what all does it control?
Oh, it controls everything. The Harmony Remote Elite will control up to 270,000 devices.
Holy cow.
And it works with Google Home and Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa. So like if you had a smart home, it would especially be beneficial. You could basically, with a touch of a button, turn on and off all your smart home devices and, all of that. So like if you had a living room with like a dimmer light and a Nest thermostat and, your surround sound and your TV, you could like turn all of that on with one remote.
Oh wow, that's nice. I know we have about 5 remotes and we lose all 5 of them all the time, so having one would really...
Yeah, so universal remotes have been a thing for dads for a long time. This one's just like the creme de la creme of
it's
universal
top-notch.
remotes. That's right.
Yeah. And how much are we looking for about for one of those?
It's expensive. What I was looking at was like $300 to $350. It's worth it.
Yeah, sounds like
It's
it.
one of those like high-end techie gifts.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a dad or you wanted to get a gift for dad, but you didn't want to spend that kind of money, you could just get like the Nest thermostat, which I think is $100 or less,
Yeah,
and that would start you off building like a smart home.
yeah,
But I think smart home is like where all the dads are going now. They just want to be able to turn stuff on with a flip of a button,
easily.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, well, folks, you heard it here today. Steve, thank you for giving us an update on the hot holiday tech that we can see this season.
Sure.
As always, if you guys have any questions about devices such as laptops, computers, phones, tablets, just hop into your nearest Genius Phone Repair and we'll help you out with that. Thank you.